Hey guys, Ellis here with another Whiteboard Wednesday. So today's topic is going to be 10 tips for fat loss. So similar in a way to the pyramid of fat loss, but this is just 10 generic tips that you can achieve easily during this lockdown period. Obviously some of them will link directly because it was a pyramid, so the best tips. But we're just going to look nice and simple today, so it should be no longer than 10 minutes if that. Hopefully. So number one, calorie deficit. So went on about it in the pyramid of fat loss. So basically just burning more calories than you're consuming. Simple. If you're not in a calorie deficit, you will not lose fat, period. So to achieve fat loss, you need to be in a calorie deficit. How you do it can be up to you. There's scientific ways, but you just got to find what you like, you enjoy, and you'll be more likely to stick to it. So that's all we'll talk about for the calorie deficit. Keep it nice and simple. Number two, touching it again, protein intake. Your body will crave more and more food until you hit that required amount of protein. So keep your protein reasonably high. For more detail on the protein one, just go back to the pyramid of fat loss, which was episode 1. Number 3, food choices. So making sure you make correct food choices, trying to pick the whole foods, the healthy foods, and prioritize them in your diet, because then you will have access to more vitamins, minerals, which will create all this healthy adaptations within the body, increasing your quality of life, your response to fat loss, maintaining muscle mass, etc. So just making them food choices, a simple way basically to improve your fat loss journey. You'll often hear people can eat more when they're eating healthier, because obviously healthier foods will contain less calories on average. But just make sure you're not buying into the rubbish. I've shared a few Instagram stories from a guy whose Instagram handle is the fitness chef, about the con of the Weight Watchers or Slimming World. I can't remember which one it is. They're like healthy alternatives to like biscuits and stuff, which they're often maybe 1 or 2 calories less, or maybe in some cases they were more calories, but they were probably on average about 30p to £1.50 more expensive than your standard biscuit. So just be careful. You don't need all this expensive supplements. I'm going to go on to that in another video about like fad diets, things like Herbalife, Weight Watchers, Slimming World, these teas and stuff like that. So I won't go into too much detail. So just making sure good food choices will go a long way. And 4, touched on it last week with progressive overload, is following a good resistance training program. So making sure you're progressing. Have an aim to your session. So like you did in primary school or high school, where you had the learning objectives. Each session you should be learning, you should be developing something new. If you're not, that's when you've got things to worry about then. So if you're still doing 600 burpees a day, it's going to get pointless, you're going to get bored. So following a well-structured resistance training program. If you need help on that, you can link back to either the episode before, which was the progressive overload, which goes a few ways of progressing, or just give me a message and we can walk you through a plan. Number 5 then, sleep and recovery. So again, I did touch on it in the pyramid of fat loss. So again, won't go into too much detail. Just making sure you're sleeping well, you're recovering, making sure it's, again, as high quality sleep as you can. I am going to do a whole video on sleep hygiene, sleep quality, sleep quantity, etc. at a later date as well. So bear with on that one. But sleep is very important. Everyone loves sleep, so I don't understand why none of us get enough. Obviously, certain things in place like work and stuff, which means we can't. But if you're furloughed at the moment, you're not working, or you're working from home, try and get as much sleep as you can. It'll go a long way in achieving your fat loss goals as well. Number 6, stress management. So I know right now can be a stressful time. A lot of people's mental health is down, but just trying to minimize your stress. So if you don't need to stress about it, try not to. Anything you can control, try and control it as best you can. There will be things out of your control, but routines, setting yourself a set plan for the day. Obviously you won't always be able to follow that plan, guaranteed, but if you can set yourself into a nice routine I'm guaranteed your stress levels should go down. Obviously, again, not guaranteed to go down, but they should. Number 7, neat up 24/7, so non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So just making sure you're moving around the house. Obviously, if you can go for a walk, I would recommend going for a walk. If you've got a dog, walk the dog. The weather's okay. I know it's been raining and stuff, and it's been a bit cold. But if you can go for a walk, please do so. It will reduce your stress, improve your mental health. Just get you out the house for 5 minutes. Still aiming for that 10k steps a day. Just keep moving. Even if you try to walk up and down the stairs, walk around the house, just try and move as much as you can. Number 8 then, reducing your alcohol consumption. Quite important, this one. Obviously, if you've got me on Instagram, you've probably known I've been drinking a lot more lately. I've been trying to hide it a little bit, but if you know me, I've been drinking a lot more. So obviously I've got all this time now. Obviously the gyms are shut, so I'm not technically working. I'm working from home and stuff, doing the videos, doing check-ins and stuff, but I can just do whatever I want. There's no rules of me being hungover or drunk whilst doing them. Obviously, for the safety of clients, I tend not to be, but it's just reducing alcohol consumption. Obviously, Friday just gone was VE Day, but I'll show you how important the effects of alcohol are now. So basically, got smashed on the Friday night into early hours. Saturday morning, I think I finished drinking about 5:30 in the morning, just in the house and stuff. And then literally was absolutely wiped out Saturday. Done 200 steps, didn't get out of bed till 6 p.m. 2 packs of digestive biscuits, and then I had Chinese for tea. So obviously I had stuff planned for Saturday, work-wise and stuff. Didn't do anything, so I was stressing about that. Sleep was poor, I was very dehydrated, so sleep and recovery were off. Didn't train, didn't move, done about, like I said, 200 steps. Food choices were poor, 2 packs of digestive biscuits and a Chinese. Protein intake, don't think I hit it. No, probably not. There's not much protein in digestives. And obviously food choices, like I said, Chinese, all processed. Calorie deficit, yeah, probably was in a deficit, but weren't eating enough. That affected everything else, so it just leveled out and it was just an unproductive day. So yeah, just reducing your alcohol consumption. So you don't need to drink every day. Obviously, like if you're having games nights and stuff, do it because you're gonna enjoy it, but don't just drink because you can and stuff. Save yourself some money as well. I highly recommend it. I am going to try and go the rest of this month at least without drinking any alcohol, so I'll let you know how that goes. Number 9 then, accountability. So just taking responsibility for your actions. So linking to number 8, it was my choice to get drunk, my choice to get that drunk. So then I knew what risks I was taking when it comes to all the others. So then obviously you just got to own it, take accountability. So obviously a lot of people will hire a personal trainer because they have someone to be accountable towards, but in my opinion you need to be accountable for yourself. You can obviously utilize tools like personal trainers to be accountable to, but even hiring a personal trainer, if you're not accountable towards yourself, you're not going to be honest with your trainer. So just making sure you take ownership for your actions. Number 10 then, consistency. So unfortunately sticking to a diet for a week is not going to be enough to hit your goal. So I'm going to talk about setting goals and stuff. You want to set yourself a goal and you want to be consistent, so making sure it's an achievable goal. You just want to, if you have a bad diet day, so say if you're meant to hit 2,500 and you hit 3,000 to your 500, can over the next 2 to 3 days you reduce your calories. So even though you're not technically being consistent, over the average scale you are. So yeah, it's just, look, it just all links together nicely. Basically, accountability, consistency, stuff like that. You've seen how alcohol affected it, all the above as well. So just being consistent with everything. So not yo-yo dieting, so not going, oh yeah, 3 weeks and a smash a diet, then I'm gonna have 3 weeks of being bad. Just try and be consistent with it. I'd say now, guys, just try and get back into your routine as well. We don't know when this lockdown's going to end. Personally, I think another 2 months at least in Wales. Obviously, if you're in England or abroad and stuff, it's going to be different variant. But just try and be consistent now. You want to get into that routine now. Like, I've admitted I'm going to struggle going back to work because I've been getting up about like 9. I haven't been as productive as I usually am. So I'm just going to try now and get into a routine over the next few weeks, so when things go back to normal, you're ready to smash everything even more than you were before. So go from, again, calorie deficit, most important, protein intake, your food choices, resistance training, sleep and recovery, managing your stress levels, NEAT up 24/7, reduce alcohol consumption, accountability, and consistency. So they're my top 10 tips. Obviously there's more tips and stuff to come, but they're nice and simple. You can go through them. There's no excuses not to be able to hit all them, even during the current situation of lockdown. So follow them and I guarantee you'll get some fat loss. Hope you enjoyed, guys. Feel free to like, share and subscribe, and we'll be back next week with another Whiteboard Wednesday. Also going to have a few more videos which are not going to be Whiteboard Wednesdays posted randomly, but I'll let you know when they are. Awesome, thanks guys.